Okay, great. So it is 7 o'clock on Tuesday, July 15th. This is the Board of Health. And pursuant to Chapter 2 of the Acts of 2023, as amended on March 28th, 2025, this meeting will be conducted via remote means in accordance with applicable law. The meeting is being recorded and may be viewed at another time by visiting the localscene.media/Duxbury for information about Duxbury programs and watching replays on Duxbury YouTube. I'll call the meeting to order. And we are talking about the emergency action here tonight.
That's
Do
great.
you want me to read the rest of it, or do you want to read it?
I'll let you read it.
Okay. Emergency condemnation in order to vacate public hearing of 934 Temple Street. To confirm that the dwelling is unfit for human habitation and whether in order to secure should be issued or upheld based on inspection report dated July 1st, 2025. The affected party may present and be heard to present witnesses or documentary evidence and to show why the dwelling or portion thereof should not be found unfit for human habitation and why in order to vacate and order to close up should or should not be issued.
Would you like me to run through the inspection report and share the photos, or has everyone had a
Yeah.
chance? Okay.
Yeah, I think that would be good, just so that we can all take a look at it for the record.
Sure. So on July 1st, dispatch reached out to have me come out to the property at 934 Temple Street, and there was, I guess you'd call it a squatter in the dwelling. So police and fire, the building commissioner was also there, and they were able to have this person vacate the property, say he wasn't going to come, or they weren't going to come back. And then I did the inspection in conjunction with the building commissioner, who was able to take some photos. And that's where I came up with the report. But you can see from the photos, it's just dilapidated, it's dangerous, it's uninhabitable. It doesn't have any running water. There aren't 2 points of egress. The front door to the dwelling is blocked. And so, no working smoke detectors. There was power, but I think they were turning it off. But the long story of the short of the new owner's representation is online, and the property was sold and the new deed was recorded at the end of June. So the new property owners had surveyors out to the property, and that's how this sort of happened. The person came out from the dwelling and said, get off my property. Well, it's not their property. And so there isn't, I don't believe, any hesitance to placarding the home and subsequently having it demoed, because I think that's their plan anyways. But obviously with the emergency order, I wanted to present everything to the board and give you all of the facts and have you make that determination on whether to uphold the order or not. And then further, we can discuss the next plan of action potentially with the property owner's representation. I'm just going to go through these a little fast.
That's okay. Thank you.
This is the front door that's sort of blockaded by a bed. Oops. There were lots of windows that didn't have panes of glass. They were just open to the elements. Evidence of black mold here. Evidence of vermin. And then you'll see this is the back of the house where there's completely exposed to the elements on that part of the house. Or dwelling, excuse me. And the stairs were unsafe walking up to gain access to the rear of the dwelling, as you'll see here. We're coming up to the final photo. Yeah, just evidencing that I placarded it unfit. So I don't know if you have questions or if you'd like to speak with Salim, is the representation for the new owners.
I had a question.
So, oh, go ahead, Dr.
Now,
Conley.
if we know, it's not really that relevant, but other than the person who was just recently encountered there, when's the last time someone was living there? Do we know? It looks
Not
like
sure.
obviously been
I
a while.
think I'm not sure of the history. It's sort of hearsay from building commissioner and the police that were there on site. But I think that there was 6 family members that were not in agreement for selling. And it got to the point where I think there was a court appointed commissioner to sell the property. And that's how
I see.
the
So they
teens
fell
were.
into disrepair because they couldn't decide amongst them to sell it.
Right. And I think that this person that was quote unquote squatting was a family member, or this sort of transient travels around. And so, obviously we don't want anybody to get hurt. And so, that's where I came into play to sort of, placard the home, say it's unfit for habitation, and hopefully take the next steps. Whatever they have, if that's a civil issue that we wouldn't get involved. But the evidence that I have is that there's a recorded deed with the registry from these owners that were on site. So the new owners.
So just to sum this up, there's no water, no electricity, there's mold, there's vermin, there's missing walls, there's no panes in the glass, and maybe there's raccoons and squirrels. I know you didn't see any, but probably, right?
Right.
So this is definitely uninhabitable. Nobody's living there right now, and the plan is to demo
Mhm.
the house. Do we have a timeline for the demolition?
Good evening, Madam Chair and members of the board. If I can interrupt, Salim Kadura, representing the owner of the villas at Keenbrook. As an update, we have already hired a abatement company, and they inspected the property last Friday, and we are awaiting the lab results so that they can confirm whether or not there's asbestos and any other measures that need to be taken before we can demolish.
Okay. Great. Thank you for that update.
Of course. And also, as a further confirmation, we have no objection to the determination, and we're happy to go ahead with the demolition.
Okay.
Just curious,
Thank you.
the demolition's completed, what's the plan for the site? Just another single family home?
No, we are considering developing the property beyond a single family home.
How big a lot is it?
The lot is about 4 acres, a little under that, but the same owner owns the adjacent lot. So together they're about 15 or 16 acres.
Oh, okay.
Not that it matters right now, Lauren, but is it a cesspool that's is that the story with the septic system? Is it a cesspool?
Yeah, that's a great question. I thought I can look that up really quickly. I want to say I didn't see any records, so I would assume yes. I know that there was a well, and so the well wasn't in operation, and that's why there's
Okay.
no water. But I can pull up the septic file really quickly. Hopefully.
And while you're doing that, there's I know there was some type of signage. I was trying to, if to excuse me, my second screen came up. Thank goodness. So my attention was a little diverted, but there's some type of signage saying that the place is condemned or something along those lines, whatever you're supposed to put up. There's some type of signage indicating that.
Yes, unfit for habitation. We call it placard, or and then they also have no trespassing signs as well. But
Okay.
That's I placed the unfit for habitation on the door, and so if you choose to uphold that, then I would issue the letter. And then I know furthermore, in speaking with town council, you can put a time frame on demo, 60 days or something, but it might be worthwhile to speak with the representative since it seems like they're already on track to do that.
So, Mr. Cadora, after you have the mitigation strategies that you're checking for, asbestos, et cetera, is there a certain timeline that you're planning for the demo of that uninhabitable house?
I think we're planning to move as fast as possible. So if the board sees fit to set 60 days, I don't think we have any objection to that.
Okay. Mike, I haven't heard from you. Any questions, or how are you feeling about things?
No, I'm in agreement. I mean, structurally, the house does not look fit for living and looks like a hazard to anyone entering. So I'm in agreement with demolishing the structure. It looks like the lot has some wooded marsh on it. So I assume that any kind of development would go through the proper channels within the town for approval ahead of time. And yeah, I think it's, the one step in the right direction for getting things cleaned up there.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's it's clearly uninhabitable and a hazard, and it doesn't seem remediable other than demolishing it.
Mhm.
Everybody ready for a vote? Okay. So I know I'm going to read the second long list here, but I'm going to make a motion to, for the emergency condemnation in order to vacate for 934 Temple Street.
Second,
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right,
Aye.
we're unanimous. So here we go here. In accordance with Mass General Law 111, 127A, and 127B, 105 CMR 400, State Sanitary Code Chapter 1, General Administrative Procedures, and 105 CMR 410, State Sanitary Code Chapter 2, Minimum Standards of Fitness for Human Habitation. Lauren Hosh, Health Agent for the Duxbury Board of Health, and James Walensky, Building Commissioner of Town of Duxbury, on July 1st, 2025, conducted an inspection of the dwelling located at 934 Temple Street in Duxbury. And based on the results of the inspection, we find the dwelling is unfit for human habitation, and pursuant to MGL 127B and 105 CMR 410.650, the board further finds the conditions within the dwelling are such that the danger to life or health of the occupants of the subject dwelling is so immediate that no delay may be permitted in making this finding. Conditions found within the dwelling which give rise to the emergency finding of unfitness and determination of immediate danger include 105 CMR 410.360, failure to maintain and supply of water in sufficient quantity, pressure, and temperature, hot and cold, to meet the ordinary needs of the occupant required by 105 CMR 410.130 for a period of 24 hours or longer. Failure to provide a safe supply of water required by 105 CMR 410.130, no running water to the property. Failure to provide an operable toilet. Failure to provide and maintain adequate exit, obstruction of exits by debris, trash, bedding. Unable to fully open the entrances to the property due to debris and trash blocking. Accumulation of refuse and trash throughout the dwelling, evidence of rodent traps and droppings throughout the dwelling. Roof, foundation, and other structural deficits in violation of 105 CMR 410.5 that may expose the occupant or anyone else to fire, burns, shock, accident, or other dangers or impairment to health and safety. No evidence of working smoke detectors. Failure to provide and maintain a railing or guard for every stairway, porch, balcony, roof, or similar place with balusters spaced as required by 105 CMR 410.52, and failure to maintain the property free from pests, insects, rodents, and flies. And based upon these findings, any and all occupants are hereby ordered to vacate. The landlord owner is ordered to secure the dwelling within 48 hours of receipt of this order. If a person refused to leave the dwelling, which was condemned, he or she may be forcibly removed by the local Board of Health. Furthermore, anyone who fails to comply with any order of the Board of Health may be subject to fines ranging from $10 to $500. Each day's failure to comply with an order shall constitute a separate violation. And once vacated, the building may not be occupied and the placard removed without the written approval of the Health Board. And also, our applicant is stating that he plans to demolish the dwelling within 60 days. If you can't do so, please come back and let us know so that we're in the communication loop. And am I missing anything?
I think that's everything.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
thank you.
So that's all we have for this evening, unless we want to set a date for next month. I do have a irrigation well variance, but they can wait if you want to stick with the usual third Thursday, August 21st, or if we want to wait for Bruce and Melissa. I can send an email to set that up.
That date's okay with me, but I have flexible. The only 27th, I'm not available, but pretty much any other time.
I
Lauren,
might
are
be
we
unavailable that week. I think the last 2 weeks are kind of hit or miss for me in August, so.
Lauren, are we still recording right now?
Oh, sure. Do we want to close?
Oh,
while
let's
the-
close the hearing first, because but I don't want, I'm gonna say something about my schedule, but I don't think I want the world
Okay.
to hear it. I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 All right, so moved. We're adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.